help yourself and your team win the ball game that particular night. Now, you're not going to be perfect all the time, but you know, how many times you can look in minor leagues and the big leagues, how many times you miss getting to the playoffs dependent by maybe one game or two, don't make the wild card maybe one game or one or two. And you look back, as an individual, look back in my year, and I'll say, boy, if I could have just made 2 more punts today. If I could have caught that one ball through in the center field on a double play. If I could have put the ball between the two white line, the sacrifice light could have scored a run. So in the course of your whole season and your career, so much of that comes into play that I think a lot of guys forget to realize how important all those little factors are.
Thank you.
I got a question for these guys. How did you learn to throw so hard like that? God, with the wind behind me, I couldn't get it up for 82.
Yeah, but they couldn't hit it.
Well, I got a question for Mike and for Craig. What were the thoughts that were running through your head when you found out that you made it to the bigs?
I'll start. Really it's kind of overwhelming because with me, both me and Craig, we kind of went up really fast, and you kind of just have to, prepare yourself for the transition of going from AAA or AA. Where I started in AA, AAA, then the big leagues. You really just have to, kind of go there, and they're depending on you to do your job out there, and no matter how good you feel, you still have to do a job. You still have to go out there and pitch and win for the team. And that's how I felt. I try to keep myself calm and stay confident, even though I'm about to face the best hitters of the game.
What about you?
It was just a dream come true. Getting that phone call and getting the chance. There's not a lot of guys who do get the chance to play the game, and just grateful to get the chance. It's awesome.
You know, if I could just expand on that for a second, because when I first came up with Milwaukee and worked my way through the minor league system, when I got there, I was saying, I hope I could do something today that'll keep me around tomorrow. I hope I could do something good this week that'll keep me here next week,
right.
the next month, the next month. And although you're doing everything on the timely basis, you do it when you got to do it, but I think you think that, God, there's so many guys who would like to have this job behind me. So I've got to do the best I can to keep this job. And I don't know if those guys ever looked at it that way, but I didn't want to come up here for a day or get my picture taken. I wanted to stay there as long as I could. So, and that's when all the other stuff came into play that I was telling you about.
Phil, you've seen a few eras of Braves baseball over the years. We're now entering a new era with Freddie. What advice would you have for him and for the club?
I got no advice for Freddie. He's a big league manager. If I could help him somewhere along the line or any of the pitchers, I'd be more than welcome. But I'm not into any of the coaching and the managing. I don't have anything to do with
with
that.
the fan base and how the Braves traditions over the years.
Well, he's been here as
right.
third base coach, so he's probably pretty familiar with the whole organization, the Southeast. I'm sure he's going to do a great job. I know the players are going to love him to play for him, so it'll be a little different. I'm thinking for these guys having to listen and work for a guy every day other than Bobby, who's been here for years. So I think it'll be a smooth transaction. I think these guys are going to really like playing for that guy.
This is for any or all of you, but what's been the most difficult thing about getting to this level of success, and how did you get to this point? Since you're all successful in your own right.
It's just hard work. You just got to stay working hard, and there's always another guy, beside you or behind you that are going to try to take your job. So, every day you got to work hard and kind of stay confident, even though you're going to fail, and there's going to be days that you're going to have, going to have bad days and stuff. But you just got to stay confident and keep working hard.
Craig, how much help was Billy Wagner? Did you learn a lot from him?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a lot on the field. It was more of a lot of mental and off the field kind of things. How to prepare myself, what to expect, stuff like that. But yes, he was very helpful.
If I could touch on what Mike just said, I know when you play little league and you went to play high school ball and you went to play college ball and how'd you get drafted, and you start out in the A ball or rookie or someplace, and there's those steps you take to get there, and then once you get to the big leagues, that's as far as you can go. you know, as far as you can go, and then you got to realize, well, there's a whole lot of guys back here want my team. A whole lot of guys, and that's why I was when I broke in. I wanted to get somebody's job in the big leagues. I didn't care whose it was. You know, I wasn't going to break any rules. I was going to do it legally and everything. But once I got there, I always remembered that, you know, I'm very fortunate and blessed to be able to have the talent and to play up here. But God, if all those guys back there are thinking the same thing I was thinking, everybody back there wants my job. So I did everything I could to keep it.
Phil, on those same lines, and for all three of you, actually, we have a community filled with kids playing baseball here. I mean, we're that time of year, we're starting practices already. What advice do you have for the 10, 12, 14-year-olds?
Eat your vegetables for this kid. Practice, practice, practice. You know, no matter how good you think you are, get better.
I mean, I did a baseball camp this Saturday, and one thing I told them was you don't just learn something from one person, you can learn it from multiple people. So if they take what they learn from every coach or every person they've ever talked to about baseball and put it together, they'll be more successful than if they just try to do it one way and that way only.
Yes. Just be coachable, I would say. Be coachable, listen to your parents and listen to your elders, and just follow what they say, because really, when you're a kid and you're that age, you always feel like you know everything. But I guess that'd be my advice.
Phil, did you ever